Tavern. Welcome to Tlakas Tavern.
There we go. Thank you. I just love it.
Welcome to Tlakas
Yeah, hold on, let me
So
see.
hard to paint and share.
I can't. I lost it.
I'm back live in this
Welcome
bitch.
to Tlakas Tavern.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Okay, I just posted it.
Welcome to Tlakas.
And we are back on Tlakas Tavern. I'm glad you came back to join us for round 2. And we promised to give you a whole bunch of shenanigans.
No, we don't. I'm not giving no shenanigans. I'm giving facts.
We promised to give you a whole lot of bullshit.
No, you promised those things. I am giving facts.
We promised to give you a whole lot of lies.
Oh my God. See, that's a man talking right there. He's promising you lies and shenanigans and all this other stuff. I'm trying to give you facts. Facts are, we're going to start that way because here we go. That's how we're going to do this. Now you want to do your
We promised to
lies?
give you a whole lot of useless information.
Nothing I say is useless, so we're not going to do that either. I mean, what's in, look, I'm finna, you know how they say, what's in your wallet? What's in your cup? Because seriously, what's in your cup, dude?
I am drinking milk.
Oh, no. Well, that milk ain't doing your body no good because you tripping. So, earlier we were talking about, because I had some people that said that they couldn't hear and couldn't get in. We were talking about the women wearing different lashes. Well, we posted the video with the different lashes and all these things, lashes and et cetera. And I'm like this. I wear my weave, and when I doll up, I put on my lashes and all those things, and I don't see anything wrong with that. My co-host, to a certain degree, said that he didn't find anything wrong with feeling good, if that makes you feel good. But I did.
Ladies, when you see me, I need you to bat your lashes 3 times.
All right.
No, what is it, Candyman? You do how many times you say Candyman?
That's all right. You keep on. I ain't saying nothing. I'm gonna be watching the news and be like, "Oop, I might have to find me a new co-host."
Bat your bat them
Keep
5.
on with them shenanigans.
Bat them 5 times at me, ladies.
Okay.
Bop, 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 bop.
Nobody counting all them too.
That's too many.
Anywho, so we were talking about that, and he gave his take, I gave my take, and we were like, it's time to just move on to another topic. So something he said, I don't want to talk about that, but I'm still gonna bring it up.
Oh, Jesus.
What? No, it's about the new COVID variant, the new strand.
What? Another one?
They have the one from India is here. It's in Fort Bend. They have had a total of, well, the last time I watched the news, it was 5 cases. And out of those 5 cases, 3 of those people were vaccinated. The other 2 were not. So with that being said, you do the math and figure it out. Just still be safe. Even though nobody's wearing masks, just make sure you keep your hands sanitized or be safe. And I did find out that today is National Almond Crunch. That's what I'm saying. Tuesdays don't never have no good day. You know,
National
almond crunch day. Yes.
And you felt like you should share that with our audience.
Hey, some people like almond crunch. And then depending on where you check, it also say today is National Heron and Vodka Day.
Now,
Weird combination.
No, but I'm just saying, she could have left the damn almond crunch on the shelf and just shared the what? What is it? Vodka and what?
Heron.
Thank you. You know,
Why?
we may not do heroin. Or
No, not heroin. Not heroin.
Oh,
heroin.
damn. See, I'm home. I'm sorry.
Like the fish.
Oh, you pronounce
Or the necklace, herringbone.
Yes. Well, that's where it came from, the bone of the fish, heron.
Okay, I'm sorry. I started thinking about heroin. My bad.
Why are you thinking about heroin though?
It sounded. It's the way she
So
pronounced it.
now he's trying to say that I can't pronunciate words.
She said heroin. Heroin and
I said
heroin.
herring.
Herring and heroin is two damn different things.
Whatever.
So we gonna smoke a fish.
Fish scale.
I'm not finna play with you. So 2 things. So just putting it out there. Just be careful out there, folks, with this new strand, this new deadly strand of COVID. Like I say, those in Fort Bend, make sure you just, if you don't put your mask on, at least sanitize your hands, and just be good with that.
Sanitize your life.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. Look, and I'll truthfulness, I'm glad you brought that up. That's something that's something that I'm working on, and I took part in a chakra cleansing.
Pronounce that again.
Chakra.
Thank you.
Y'all gotta leave it alone.
If you're gonna be Ricky Healing, I'm gonna need you to know how to say this shit right.
She said the fish wrong.
I'm gonna need you to say the shit right if you're gonna be Ricky Healing people.
Look, I'm healing. Look, my pronunciation has nothing to do with me being able to heal and do certain skills.
I really hope this show is closed captioned for the hearing impaired. I'm hoping the computer is getting this shit right. Because she's saying it's so damn wrong.
Y'all know.
We are closed captioned. Go to the bottom somewhere and hit CC on your goddamn screen.
Y'all already know.
So you can see the words.
Y'all know that I have an issue, especially with this stuff that be stuck with pronunciating these words. And I have turned into my mother, who could not say sandwich. It was sandwich, and pecans and pecans. So we gonna chakras and chakras. We gonna chalk it up to be the same.
Is it those braces?
It's a part of it, but in all honesty, it's hereditary. And I gave my mother such a hard time in my youth about not being able to pronunciate words.
Rest in peace, Mom.
Yeah. And so now it's just the curse has passed down to me. You know how they say, whatever you dish out, you get it back.
Yeah.
So it's coming back to me now.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm like all the things that I did to my mother that when it happens as it's happening to me, I just say, Mom, I'm so sorry. I can't see the 3 numbers on the back of my credit card, and she's like, come tell me these numbers. How many times I got to tell you these numbers, Mom? So all of that shit is coming. Yeah, all of that shit is coming back. Can't see the numbers on the card, can't pronunciate words. And what did you say? And everybody's name is baby, and messing up the children's name, and can't remember their birthdays. All that. I'm like, how you had me? How you don't know my birthday?
I am guilty of that right
so
now.
That's what I'm saying. All that stuff that I gave my mama the hard time about is on me now. And that's what they say. Keep living, and it happens. But anywho, I'm telling y'all about my chakra. Thank you, Lovey. Experience, which was really it was a cool event. And for those that don't know, I've completed my life coaching studies. So you get Tlaka here, but then on the business side, you get the other Tlaka. That's a little different. And so in the midst of that, I'm in the midst of my Reiki healing training, just a lot of self-help, self-love training that I'm going through right now. And the chakra, did I say that correctly?
Yeah, you said it right.
Chakra. So I did take a chakra course and meditation course. So I have a lot that's going on that I'm going to be able to share with you guys soon. Mm-hmm. But that light treatment, when I tell y'all that was the truth, oh my God. I left out of there so renewed and brain, I was clear. I'm talking about really, really clear. And the lesson that I learned from that, my thought process was clear. My body felt just tension was removed, and I just felt really good. And got to work late on that night and did not practice anything that I've learned, and didn't practice my teachings, and tense myself back up and learned 2 lessons. I learned 2 lessons from that everything that I'm learning, these things do work. But however, it's up to us to maintain a certain level within ourselves. So it's about learning and growing. So I'm excited about it.
Can you tell the people what chakras are?
Chakra. So I'm still learning, so I don't want to give anybody just wrong information. And again, my way of interpreting things is a little different. So, but chakras is that well they we mostly talk about main seven chakras, which is like energy for our body. But there are hundreds of different types of chakras, and it takes study and time to put in to learn about them. But it's just energy. It's the energies to your with your body, because basically what they're saying is that our bodies is composed of nothing but energy. And when your chakras are unbalanced, that's when you're more susceptible to illness and discord and all of these. You're having all these issues in your life. So once you get your chakras balanced, it brings back some normalcy. Your chakras being unbalanced, it can affect your ability to make rational decisions. It can make you ill. Um, it's a lot that goes on with it, and that's something that you can talk. We're going to. I'll actually, you know what? I'm gonna do a class on it. I'll sit down one day, coming up soon.
And I'll be in it.
Yeah, but I'll even do. I'm going to do a class really on the show one day, but I'm just going to put it together, and I just want to make sure that I have everything straight. But it is the truth. The way the chakra therapy actually works is you go in, and they have all seven of the chakras, the main chakras, and it affects all everything from your brain all the way down to the bottom of your feet to help you get you grounded. And when the light goes through with your energy, and then you're on a heated source, and then you also have calming music playing, but it's set to the megahertz that matches each chakra. So basically, while you're laying there, you're clearing your head, clearing your mind, and then your body relax, and you're letting the frequencies, the vibrations work with the energy to heal your body.
It's like meditating, in other words.
It's healing, meditating, but it's also bringing sound therapy and vibration in with it.
Cool.
So it's pretty cool.
I'm going with you.
Well, I'm gonna wait. Y'all gotta wait till I open up. I'm looking for a bigger space right now, so I can waiting for my table and all this to come in.
Cool.
So yeah, and Miss Lovely let the cat out of the bag. I am training to be a Reiki master.
Explain that to the Tavern fans.
So Reiki is, so let me go back a little bit. Reiki, so all of these things that I'm tapping into now, at this age, I didn't understand as a little girl. My mother used to give me all of these crystals and beads and put this bracelet on it and help with this. And I was always on the rebellious end. I'm like, it's just a rock. It's not gonna do nothing. I was one of those people. I was a microwavable kid before microwaves were here. She said, put it on. Something's supposed to happen. I'm like the cartoons. Okay, ain't nothing happen. So I didn't value what she gave me. Now that I'm older and I'm learning and understanding about the power of the crystals and how they actually work, and for those that think that you can't work with your crystals and all this because it's not has about Christianity, has nothing to do with Christianity, because these are all gifts that God gave us to utilize while we're here on the earth, like marijuana.
Can I tell the people a crystal story about you?
I don't know what you're going to say, but go ahead.
Okay, because I just thought about it. Had to meet her somewhere. She was waiting on me. Why she had the crystals on the back of the car? And I'm like, what the hell is that?
She was charging them?
Sure, yes, thank you. Yes, ma'am.
She had the crystals on the trunk of the car.
Because
in the sun.
Yes.
That's how you charge them.
That's how they had to been cleansed.
I'm like, what the hell?
Because so what happened is, so we just had the strawberry moon. And I was not going to let the last big super moon go out of the year. I had crystals everywhere, all through my yard. It was crazy. But I had a special tree that I used to use to ground them on, but that tree is no longer there. So I laid them out on the back of the car, because that's where when I sit outside a lot at night. So when I'm home, I see how the moon can pass because I have trees still in the back. So I put them where I knew that they will receive the most moonlight and the most sunlight. And then also for that strawberry moon, what a lot of people didn't realize was that the moon was its brightest during the daytime. Like at 9:25 a.m., that was when the moon was actually the brightest. So it was like everything I have now is supercharged, and that's what's really been keeping me calm because this last Mercury retrograde. It took me through the ringer. I didn't think about it till one of my friends talked to me. It was a lot going on in my head, and when the Mercury retrograde is off and dealing with you, you have to really. A lot of people don't know what's going on. They're like, "What's wrong with the kids? Just acting crazy." Be the Mercury retrograde, and it just be life. So I mean, it's a lot that goes on. With the crystals, it's nothing about witchcraft or any of these other things. Again, it's just like it's all natural things that God gave us to use to help us. Back one of the lessons that I was working with one of the other young ladies, I was asking her, do you really know why they had the Salem witch trials? How did that get started? And she was like, well, that's because people were just hating on each other. No, had nothing to do with people hating. Because what they did, if I didn't like you, I would go and lie and say, hey, he's a witch, she's a witch, he's a warlock. They cast a spell on me, and my crops dying and all this. So next thing you know, they doing these ridiculous tests to kill you.
They were afraid of what people were doing. Uh, they called it witchcraft, but it really wasn't written witchcraft. It was just.
But no, do you know how it actually got started?
How did it start?
How the witch trials actually got started, and this was just some of the studies and just one of the theories that it came across. It started because people were herbalists. Some people knew how to go out in the field and pick herbs. So if you got sick, you're gonna go, I can pick these herbs and it's gonna make you feel better. I can pick this and this to cure you. I can mix this up and this will help you. The government back then, they had their doctors, but the government could not make money off of the herbalists.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't tax them because the herbs were free to the ground. So what they started doing was to stop the herbalists from practicing and making people go back to the doctors, which the government controlled. That's how they started with they started calling them witches. So that was one of the lessons that I learned. I'm still doing a little research into it. So that's how the witch trials originally got started back in the gap. But a lot of this stuff you won't read in your history books because I found a lot of our history books, a lot of things period have been watered down, cut through. So when you read something, you have to reinvestigate what you read and investigate what you read because everything has been cut down, watered through, and put out the way they want it put out. So that's one of the things that I've been working on because with the Reiki, I'm really excited about that now.
Wait, back up.
What?
You was talking too fast. The who?
Reiki healing. So Reiki healing is just energy healing. So basically, what they're saying is that we back in back before Jesus, during his time, the Chinese people they discovered that we actually our bodies producing energy, we actually have the abilities to self heal. Now we ain't saying don't go to the doctor and you got cancer and all this other stuff, but a lot of things we can actually self heal. That's just like and it's healing through touch and energy, and so a lot of times, when somebody get hurt, the first thing you do is you run grab them. You run if you when your child fall, the first thing you do, you go hug them, you pick them up, you kiss the boo boo, and all of that is just natural us naturally transferring energy
Mm-hmm.
to help with the healing.
Okay. Never heard of that.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot.
About to
So
Google it right now.
well, you can Google it right now. So that's enough about my weekend experience with my lights, and it was really cool. I met a lot of people. It was just interesting, and that's where I'm at now. At this stage, I'm looking at more just how to live, create a healthier life, healthier environment, and find different ways of helping people to stay healthy.
I need to stop spending my weekends in the garage.
Well, that may be your therapy.
Very therapeutic.
So even with like meditation, because a lot of people, for me, I was like, I struggle with meditation because my attention span is so short, and so I have a thing with doodling, and so what the young lady was explaining to me, and she was like, the reason why she said that's your form of doodling, just like how you have some men that are addicted to cutting their yards and cutting their grass.
Guilty.
That's their form of meditation because they get so in tune and so focused on what they're doing. That's their way of clearing their brains and allowing them to focus and meditate.
Miss
So
Lovey, I don't mean to cut you off. What are you addicted to? What's your meditation?
I meditate literally. So I mean,
Literally?
I meditate literally. I always like sleep with the 528 megahertz. Like I'm very into like music.
How do you, you lost. I'm like, how do you calculate megahertz?
it's already
she's
built into,
frequency.
it's built into the music. That's what we're talking about with the frequencies.
It's all sounds have a frequency that they operate on, and certain frequencies trigger different parts of your brain.
So you find a certain song that has those.
Mm-hmm. No, I just listen to instrumentals or music and sounds that's already tuned at 528 megahertz.
Wow.
It's like different frequencies, especially like to help me sleep and stuff because I have issues with that shit. But mostly, I literally meditate. Music is something I lose myself in. And
then when you sleep, do you use certain crystals? Because when you hit those certain crystals with with your music, with your vibration, and then a lot of people don't get it. My new thing, I'm trying to save up to take the course because I'm so just my thing now is the sound bowls, and I'm saving up to take that course because the vibration through the sound in those bowls is like, oh my god. But what I found is even during the day. Well, I'm gonna go back to that. Like, Lovey, when you're sleeping, like for me, I put my music on, I call it my sleep therapy music, and then I throw my essential oils in my vape so that I have my sound and aromatherapy. And when I tell you that's the best doggone sleep in the world, and when your mind is racing, whatever, that will clear you out and have you at peace, and you wake up finally feeling refreshed.
We have a different aromatherapy, but yeah.
My aromatherapy is listening to Channel 13 News and falling asleep on
That's
that.
not aroma.
No, but see, I'm gonna tell you.
I go to sleep to the sound of the news.
But you see, that's terrible because it's like you getting like all that shit they talk about
is in your
is
head.
bullshit, right?
So,
it's like
all
that negativity is getting you
programmed. No, it's being programmed.
Wow.
Seriously.
Subconsciously even, and then the next day you wonder why you know what I mean,
and
like
aggravated and wake up mad and shit. And that's why you've been fed all this shit in your sleep.
Out there in radio land, please don't go to sleep to the news.
Well, no, seriously, I did it for years, and I couldn't understand why. Well, not so much the news. My thing was I had to have a quiet storm on. That's not, if I wanted to go to sleep, and my brain, as long as quiet storm was on, then when it clicked off at like midnight and started playing regular music, I didn't sleep good. I like literally woke up and I would be in a deep sleep and whatever there's. So that's what I'm saying. You can have like if your third eye is open, you pick up and you receive all this stuff. And so I can hear a song. I'm in dead asleep and the song is on the radio. I jump at a song I like. I jumped up singing right what the song is because you hear all this shit in your sleep. So that's why old people be like, turn all that shit off. Turn it off and go to sleep and make you sleep in the quiet. But that's not good either.
Why is that not good?
Well, if it's too quiet, you need something because our brain, it doesn't never just really shut off, but it needs something to calm it.
Cool.
What you think, Miss Lovey?
I agree. Everybody has different things that they use to calm their brains down. Once you get to a certain point where you can control your brain and how you think and how your mind flows, that's the whole purpose of meditation. It's kind of like teaching yourself how to control your brain and your thoughts and focusing on you inside you.
Yeah, and
love it. You should have been born in the 50s. And
Shut up, the 50s?
Yeah, because you would have been one of the love childs in the 60s.
Peace, man.
Yeah, make love, not war.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just
saying. She was born in the wrong era.
That's not that she's born in the wrong era. She's born in the right era, but she's educated. And she knows her shit, and she knows what it takes she knows when she gets here, she knows how to get to there.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing, and that's really what's needed now. So
for self-care, especially.
Yeah. So that's been my my trip. That's been my journey. That's what I've been working on, and it's been very enlightening. A lot of stuff I used to be like, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. Oh, that, because you feel, I was like, I thought I was too cool to do that. You're not trying to be funny, even with the meditations and all these different things. I'm like, that's the man. But when now that I'm older and more mature, and I can wrap my brain around what I'm doing, that's the best stuff. And the one other thing so like I said, I have a lot of stuff on there, and now wrapping up my re-K in July, and I start my, which I'm stiff and haven't done this, so I don't know if it's gonna work, yoga class, so we can be certified as a yoga instructor. So I'm working on that too. So I have shut up. But that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't tell people what I'm doing, because they sit there and they look, and you can catch one negative vibe to catch you the wrong way, and it'll fuck up your whole feng shui. So sometimes it's not best to tell everybody what you got going on and what you're doing.
You should have told me that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I wasn't telling you. Didn't know none of the shit I had.
No, everything was fine, but I can just see.
It's so that's okay. I can be in that still. Eventually.
See, she know where I'm going. She know where I'm going with this.
So you can be still, but that's the whole point.
That's the point I'm making.
You're missing the whole point about what yoga
I'm
is.
sorry, y'all, but that's the point I'm making.
So you don't have to be super flexible to get things done.
Shit,
now, how about that?
Popping.
Yes.
Disturbing the whole class feng shui.
That's all right. But when I leave out of there, I'm gonna be a yoga master instructor. Okay, I'm gonna have all that stuff. Look, I'm all about learning, helping, and healing, and there we go. See, that's the shit I'm talking about. See, that's why some things you can say, and that's why it's some things you just keep to yourself, and that's why I keep what I'm doing, because most people, not trying to be funny, people can be so negative. It's like, why are you doing that? That's
There's nothing negative about it. I'm just saying, I know you. Ain't nothing negative. I go, wait, my bones hurting.
Shut up.
She bending to the side. Let's start over, class.
Shut up.
Too much motherfucking noise.
Whatever. Well, anywho, that's where we're reaching the end of our show for the day, but that's what we had to talk about. We were talking about.
Oh God.
I hate you. Flavia, you gonna let him get away with this?
Because I can't with him today. He said he was coming with the shenanigans.
Oh man.
Man, whatever. Anywho, so
we'll be back next week with Tlakas Flame.
Whatever. So now you trying to set me on fire because I said yoga.
The yoga instructor.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Man, look, set it out there. We finna heal some people. We finna get some people together. How about that?
You had a crown royal bow. You got a crown royal bow at the yoga?
I sure do. I got a Crown Royal bottle right here.
Told you, that's why I'm laughing, y'all.
What? Who said that? I can have my drink, and my drink has nothing wrong with that. I didn't say I was going vegan.
Mine ain't gonna tear our shit up today.
I'm breaking
tearing up the
equipment.
mics, tearing up the chairs. He don't give a fuck.
I didn't say I was going vegan. I didn't say I was going vegan. I said that I was working on healing. I never said I wasn't gonna have my drink.
Mm-hmm.
Free your mind, and the rest will follow.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys for tuning in this week. We're going to leave on that note. Y'all have a great week.
Have a wonderful week.
Try to stay dry because it's supposed to rain. Oh, my gosh. The rest of this week.
And reach me at Ahmad Flournoy on Facebook and Black Magic 187 on Instagram. Black Magic. And that's with a J.
Oh, Lord.
Black Magic with a J, 187 on Instagram.
Well, if you want to reach me, just go to Tlakas Tavern featuring Maud Andre. I don't need it. That's too much.
And if you want to reach Lovey, just...
You go to Love the Jam Radio.
Go to lovethejamsradio.com and say, hey, Lovey. Hey, Lovey.
Oh my God, is he serious?
Mm-mm.
So anyway, that's pretty much that's our show for today. We'll see you guys next week. Again, everybody stay dry. July has a couple of things coming up, depending on the weather. The weather might be impeding our first event, so I don't want to speak on it. But July starts Minority Mental Health Month.
Mm.
So it's time for us. We're gonna start off for July with a whole bunch
Black
of.
Mental Health Month.
No, I said minority.
Okay. So what are we going to focus on?
We're gonna focus on minority mental health.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna focus on. And Minority Mental Health Month was actually started by, just to give you guys a little info on that, by BB Campbell. A lot of you, she was a black author. She passed away from cancer, and a lot of you know her daughter Maya Campbell, that was on what was it, Bring It Down the House with LL Cool J.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually saw this beautiful young lady fall from grace and just go through a whole bunch of mental health issues on social media. She was diagnosed schizophrenia, and so, but that's part of the story. But July again will be the beginning of Minority Mental Health Month, and so we'll be sharing some information, during that month, and you'll be able to tap in if you go to again on Facebook, Tlakas Tavern, featuring Ahmad Andre, and we have Instagram too, but I haven't been posting a lot on that social media. Just a lot going on. But if you go to those pages, you'll be able to see some information and just a lot of little self help tips to get us through the month of July.
See you next week. We are out.
Hey, Melanie.
Hey, Melanie.